slipped my mind updating that one feature. So it just came, I went live on the wrong thing for a second. But we should be better now, just making sure. Perfect. I'm on the right game and everything like that. So we should be good to go. Let me see if I can fix the camera. That did not make it better. That should be good. So yeah, I am good to go. So let's actually get into this. Of course, first off, time to celebrate. I got 100,000 total collection power. Exciting. I mean, they missed by a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, they missed by 7.2 mil, but that's fine. If they insist that I just now got to 100,000 collection power, that's cool. Hey Torres, welcome, welcome. Not much, just finally found a way to get my streams going again under a completely new schedule. It looks like roughly this time is going to be next to this time is going to be my regular time going forward. What's this? The spanner next to your name? Are you talking about the spam on above you? Not a clue. Just came in. I don't actually know. Can I remove that? I can delete it. That should work. Sorry about that. Okay, let me actually reopen that. Forgot about that. Starts, events ended. Event ended. Review. Huh, I didn't even click that. Cool, let me just do this really quick. I haven't even bothered to do this. I've been very tired today, so I'm a little behind on my in-game action. And I know I'm behind on streams, but working on fixing that all. Just had to reschedule everything because the time that I had set just was not possible anymore. Because, well, to be able to stream, you usually have to be home. So, if I wasn't home, I couldn't do the stream. Let's get that. What do I want now? I'm going to go roster. Groot is bio, so I need a character that I know I have a tier 13. Oh, no, it's fine. Looks cool. My name is Blue, and blue is your favorite color? Oh, I didn't know that your name was Blue. Oh, wait, I have an idea. Sorry, that's on a YouTube, right? That might be a YouTube thing. Let me turn down the volume on my phone and take a look, because there is a high chance that I know what it is. If I can find that. Glad you're streaming again. Yeah, I'm sorry that I've just been not able to do it. Okay. Just pretty sure Captain Marvel is bio and not tech. Thank you. Can I get... Nope, not those. What am I looking for? What am I... These things. I'm looking for these. We're farming some of these right here, right now. We're going to farm it in... Is there one in the villains? Well, I don't need it in the villains anymore, so we're going to farm it here. Just trying to get as much of this as possible. Just going to go through the dailies, then going to do some DD3. I'm actually on the Cosmic lane now. I one-shot 2 of the Cosmic nodes yesterday. So let me take a look. Oh yeah, Torres, I made you a mod. That's why you're blue. You're a mod now for the stream. The reason I did this was just you're pretty reliable. You show up, and I trust you. So if something's really crazy is going on in chat and I can't deal with it at a moment, I trust that you will be able to handle it to a degree. That gives you a little bit of chat control over people. I completely forgot about that. I meant to tell you that, but I didn't. Sorry. Alright, we got that. We're going to do some ISO campaign, and we're going to look through the stores. You're welcome. I do trust you. You've always been reasonable. You don't cause chaos, and you've been here enough time for me to trust that. Okay, so we're gonna do 1-4, which is this right here. The reason I'm doing this one is there is a piece of gear on there. I don't actually pay enough attention to what I'm farming in there. There's so much that's coming, so I just randomly farm nodes. Basically how I've been dealing with that. So let's go through the supplies. The stores. Nope. No thank you. Don't feel like any offers right now. Those cost money I don't really have at the moment. Alright, let's see. Do I want some more Namor? No, but I want this. No, I don't need anything. The arena store? What am I kidding? I have them all at 7 stars. What am I even looking for? I'll take a superior syringe. I can always use some bio. Is there Proxima? Yeah, sure. I'll upgrade Proxima a little. 536 left. That seems good. Orbs? I don't have much brawler armor. Still not buying it. I saving up as much of the ions as possible. You're a huge fan of the ISO 8. You've got your Carnage to level 4 on Skirmisher. Yeah, I'm a big fan too. I haven't made any videos because I wanted people to actually get a feel for it first, and I wanted to get my own opinion. I know a lot of people are like, this feature just came out, let's make a guide right away. But I'm going to be honest, if you made a guide right away, you don't actually understand the concept enough to really give a true guide that's going to be followable for a long time. Hey Charles, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Okay, so that is those things. We got most of those daily stuff out of the way. Let's hop into some DD3 action. I'm thinking, for some reason, even though I already had the update, it just re-updated right before I went live, so I actually went live a little later than I meant to. But I'm thinking there's going to be the asset download delay as per usual. No thank you. I will take my full Black Order team, if you don't mind, game. But yeah, actually, that is something I can actually do during this stream. After this part, I can go with a bit of a chat on ISO 8 as kind of like a little guide, and then I can just turn it into a YouTube video after the fact with very minimal editing, because I'm on a busy schedule. So as little editing for my YouTube videos as possible is a good thing. Also, I think the internet's going pretty good right now, so that's good. For some reason, as you know, I used to stream like 10 p.m. my time. The internet would like fall apart at like 9:45 p.m. my time. So doing it earlier in the day, the internet's a lot stronger, which is a good thing. Hopefully that maintains and it stays this way. All right, let's pop her up to ×3, and let's just hit people with laser beams out of my hands. Boom. Okay, so there's a Falcon here. Falcon can be a little annoying, but Green Goblin can too. Who do I want dead more? Apparently Falcon. He was also kind of just centered. I'm doing the defense up, offense down, because I know Falcon's going to use his ult, and I'd rather him be offense down, because there's going to be a bunch of buffs on me anyways. Ouch. As long as Cull survives that, we should be fine. Because now it's Thanos' turn, and Thanos, buddy, you're supposed to heal Cull, you know, where his health goes up. Did you forget your job, Thanos? Yeah, I run Thanos as a healer. It's usually really good. No idea why he just decided not to there, but... either way. Mind you, at least he has the massive pool of death proofs, so he should be fine. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty good. I need to... that is the wrong chat. That explains things. Let me get rid of this offense up. I'm not a huge fan of them having that. Can I take out the Green Goblin right here? That would be fantastic. Get a bit of work there. Say ouch. Aw, you killed my Cull. I'll just have to smash everyone with Planet. How did no one die? Seriously, why? What is going on here? Goodbye, Green Goblin. Now there's another Green Goblin. Let me go and attack Deadpool here because it hits the most people possible, I believe. I'm going to kill Human Torch because he's annoying me. Entire reason why. This one didn't go as well as I was hoping. I would have hoped for my Cull to still be alive. Let me just defense down all the people with, or offense down all the people with offense up. That seems like a good idea. Does ISO 8 make DD3 a little easier? Yes, a little. It doesn't go from untouchable to instantly you are going to beat it in one shot. Especially, but even the little bit of healing on Black Order, if that's the team you choose to use, can actually be a big advantage. Which is the way I'm going with it. I'm not going to use some of my abilities here, even if I have them on cooldown, because I'm actually going to go back into this. So I want my cooldowns ready for this next time. That's the game plan, at least. Okay. So I'm okay with them just kind of killing me here. I should be going back in with Ebony Maw's ult ready, which is the big one for DD3. If you get Ebony Maw's ult off, you're going to survive a lot more. I also kind of got a little unfortunate with my Cull dying a little early there, so I was hoping for the 2-shot, but it's not going to be a 2-shot. This is probably going to be a 3-shot, maybe a 4-shot. Technically, it's not really a 2-shot because I did use a side team afterwards yesterday, but Black Order is the main team I use, so I'm considering it. This is the second time I used Black Order on the node. This will be the third. This is node 11. Once you get to the Cosmic, it flies. Global is rage, guys. Global is rage. Even the second time through, with a very large selection of good characters for it, it's rage. But yeah. ISO 8 is helping with DD3. ISO 8 is also helping a lot with raids. I will say, my biggest recommendations, obviously for ISO 8, Black Order is just going to be a big one because they're so good in so many things. But the teams that you're using for raids are probably the #1 teams that I would recommend doing ISO 8 on. And then going into like DD3 teams is also pretty helpful, especially if it's something like giving Thanos healer, because that can really make your team better. Especially when he remembers to heal, like Thanos, look at this. On turn, heal him. You see that heal thing? Whatever. Just hit Juggernaut and then have everyone else drop down because this game is evil. There's no reason why they shouldn't have dropped the rest of the wave down for that first Thanos ability. But it's Marvel Strike Force, so there's like, you know what? Let's make sure that Thanos can't hit as many people both times. Let me use this ult. This is by far the most powerful move in all of the game, if you ask me, because you steal you steal the speed bar, you give your team speed bar, you give them slow, and you steal health. That's ridiculous. Does so many insane things all at once, and it just sets up your Black Order team to get really set up in what you're needing to do. Okay, this basic does the most damage to Hawkeye because he's a controller. So I went for Hawkeye. I'm kind of going for Hawkeye here because I want the barrier that Ebony Maw will give. Ooh, that's a lot of blinds. I'm going to try my best to not do what I did last time and accidentally use a massively important ability while blind. Special? Yeah, let's special. Just to be safe, let's try and get through this Hawkeye. Gonna use the basic on Green Goblin because that will still hit Hawkeye, but it hits just, I think, one more character, which every extra character you deal damage to is good and helpful. Sure, let me do this. And yeah, I'll just smash everyone with the planet. There we go. Everyone is offense down, so I'm gonna go Mr. Fantastic now because he removed some buffs and I don't like that. Oh, I killed Green Goblin accidentally. My bad. I mean, I wanted him dead anyways, but he was stunned, so it wasn't the most important time. But yeah, that barrier is nice. It kind of gives me a lot more safety with my team, even though they deal a lot of damage in DD3. Ebony Maw's been very helpful in that regard. Let's get through Mr. Fantastic because he has vulnerable, so it's going to do the most amount of damage on him. I'm comfortable leaving Deadpool alive. I'm going to go for Hand Sentry and Miles here because Miles is the biggest threat and just Hand Sentry annoys me. I just hit Hand Sentry when I probably should have done Miles, but that's not a big deal. Gonna do Miles. This will give him vulnerable. Take advantage. Oh, did I lose Proxima? Darn it. I guess that's why you don't want to leave Deadpool alive. Just that one-off chance that he gets a good time to do something like that. Jeez. Let's go for Jugs. Yeah, my Cull is actually a striker, which is a weird combination, but it just does so much extra damage by and large that it's really worth it on my end. Yeah. Okay, let's just focus down Juggernaut because his ultimate is something I'm really wanting to avoid. I'm comfortable that I'm going to beat this node with the other 4 remaining. I'm pretty confident on that at least. Can't guarantee it, of course, but I don't really need to worry too much about Deadpool. I'll revive the Proxima for the next node. You hate Hand Sentry in this game? Yeah, just an annoying character. Not particularly helpful, just annoys me. And goodbye, Spidey. Alright, there we go. Node 11 done. What power did I get my Black Order team up to so far? By the way, hey, welcome. Haven't heard from you in a while, or seen you in a bit there. Eddie? Ed? Edward? All of those? Ed, and Eddie? Let's go with that. What you'll see in just a second, because I'm using them here. On Node 12, this is, again, my second day of doing this Cosmic Lane. So we're going to revive Proxima because, oops. They're 465k. They're doing quite well. My ISO 8, if you're wondering, is going to be Healer Thanos, Healer Ebony Maw, Skirmisher Corvus and Proxima, and Striker Cull. No big deal. No big deal. I've been quite busy too. Which reminds me, I'm supposed to be recruiting. Anyone want to join my alliance? They're recruited for the day. I'm tired of recruiting at this point. All right. So I'm taking a look here. We got 2 strifes. Vulture and Namor are going to be annoying. There's nothing I can do with my Thanos really to stop a lot of what's going to happen. The 2 strifes taunting, again, annoying. Vulture, Namor, the big concerns. Pyro is annoying too, but... You saw the recruiting video? Yeah, that is... That, I will say, is a very annoying thing. And I just checked it a couple days ago. I ended up with, I think, 400 total Alliance invites when all was said and done. Okay, I'm going to use my ult here, just deal a bunch of damage. Ebony Maw, Health Steal. We have 400 Alliance invites. Some way above what I am qualified for. I'll use the basic here, get through the taunt. Definitely I'm going to taunt up with Cull because that's who I want them to attack. So I'm going to use my special here. Kind of limit the amount of damage they can do. Yeah, now that I've done the special, I'm going to use another special, and I'm in a pretty safe situation. They don't have any positive effects, and I only have a couple debuffs, so I'm going to save my special with Thanos. I'm not too concerned about this because of the fact they had offense down and I had defense up. Okay, that was oddly laggy. I'm going to use my basic here on Vulture, give him vulnerable. Who else do I want to have vulnerable? I'm going to put vulnerable out on this Strife. Just so they're coincidentally taking a little extra damage. Okay, I'm going to focus in a little more on Namor. Going to use this basic here. Again, there's not much for me to flip unless I really care about that defense up on Ant-Man, which, spoiler alert, I don't. I'm going to use the basic here because I'm going to save this ultimate until there's something really good to steal. So basic there, should kill the Vulture, which it does. Then it re-attacks straight into Namor, and then I can reapply the vulnerable with the very next attack. Use the special, take out Pyro, focus down Namor a little more. Don't be frozen. Don't be frozen. Guys, don't you love Marvel Strike Force's like reliable gaming where it never crashes or freezes whatsoever? I know I do. Rip. Time to load it up again. That was going well, too. That one was going well. I wonder how much time I've dedicated to this game in Dark Dimension nodes that have crashed. And Dark Dimension runs. I know. I know I've had my record pace Dark Dimension 1 run ruined like five, 6 times because the game just crashes and freezes all the time, man. Oh. Yeah, that was a good attack. I was feeling good. I was like, can I actually one-shot this? Can we get into this city lane? Because, guys, I'm going to be having fun in that city lane. I don't think you understand. I currently have 4 tier 14 city characters. And soon, there's going to be a 5th, and that 5th just hasn't been released yet. So I think you guys understand what I'm saying here. The only thing I need for a tier 15 Anti-Venom is going to be, well, Anti-Venom, I need him unlocked. And I'm going to need some superior isomers. Sorry, I was just grabbing a drink. Let me load back into that node. Yeah, Anti-Venom and Scream. I have Scream. Scream is tier 14 now, so I'd be excited to get there. Let me see. 1 second. Just got a notification. I got to accept. I forgot I have it on that. Thank you for the follow there. Weissem? Let me know if I'm saying that wrong. Hi, are you interested to play a game that I dev and support me? You'll be grateful to me. Assuming you're not a bot and you are actually a game dev, if you let me know the title, I will check it out. Weissem? Okay. Am I going to buy Anti-Venom? Here's the thing. I'm broke. Clash, Mutants vs. Pirates. Free on Steam. Well, I can't do it today. Like, I can't do it now during this stream because I just have 35 minutes left. And I've got to head out after that. No, not today. But I will definitely check it out and such. If you have a Discord and you want to get in touch with me, I can put my Discord information in the chat if you would like. But I will definitely check it out. Clash Mutants vs Pirates. Let me get a pen. Let me get a pen. Pencil? Pen? Let me get a writing utensil real quick. Got one. Oh yeah, let me get that for you. There's a Discord link which is to my server, but you can just send me a message there too. Clash Mutants vs Pirates. Versus Pirates. I have it written down here. I will take a look. But yeah, James, about the anti-venom, again, I'm broke. If I had money, he would be the type of character I would be wanting to buy right now. Alright, let's see if I can do this as well as I did last time. Charles, thank you for subscribing on YouTube. Get the special here. Vulture's going to be the one that goes, so I need to make sure it hits him. Okay. Now I'm going to actually have to use my special here because I don't want the ability block on Cull. There we go. My words are coming back to me. So the RNG is already not as good as it was last time, but I should be fine nonetheless. So I'm going to use the ultimate here because the reason I said last time, it's just the most powerful ability in the entire game. So I'm going to use the basic here on Namor because I want him to be vulnerable. Because again, he is one of the most annoying characters. Taunt up here with Cull. Who would I want to stun? Am I going to stun Namor? I feel like some RNG has gone incredibly different this time, but I'm going to stun Namor here. What do I think about taking Thanos to 7 reds after DD3 completion timed runs? Rewards. I think it's a very helpful thing. Like, your 7 red Thanos is a very, very, very powerful character. It's just a matter of if you would want that before or afterwards. Because it would be helping me now having a 7 red Thanos. I know this is going a lot worse, actually. Everyone is going to wail harder and harder. Yeah, it's true. There's going to be a lot of wailing out for anti-venom. Let me just put the basic here on Pyro. Oh, the difference is I hit, so he got a bit of a boost. That's the word. There we go. That's what happened. So they're really hitting me hard here, but I think I should be able to endure it. See, Vulture survived this time to take that ability, which he didn't last time. So that's a bit annoying, but I'm going to heal my Thanos basically back to full here. Okay, exactly back to full. You might actually buy anti-venom. You never bought a character before. Again, guys, I'm not the type of content creator who's going to go out here or streamer that's going to say, buy this character, spend your money. I don't tell anyone to spend money in a game, but I will say, if you are one that is willing to spend money and you're interested in that, Anti-Venom is going to be a game-changing character. He looks insane. I very rarely make promises that direct either because who knows, they could just not work like it sounds in theory. But I'm pretty confident in Anti-Venom. Like, he looks good. So that's why the way I'm wording it is, if I were to have the money and was willing to spend money, I would do it on Anti-Venom while I don't normally do it. Because I know a lot of content creators kind of idealize spending of money for characters, and I don't want to do that. Let me get through this taunt. You're in? Awesome. Once I'm done the stream, I will take a look at whatever you send, and we can discuss things if you are wanting to. Rest in peace if you don't have Symbiote Spidey. That is true. But people got their wish. They begged for him to be put in the Milestone Orbs after me telling everyone, hey, don't ask for him in the Milestone Orbs. There's so many better options than him being in the Milestone Orbs. But everyone's like, wait, you said ask for him to be in the Milestone Orbs? Yeah, I'm quitting. This one went bad. Should I quit? I'll go a little more into it. I'm not loving this run. But everyone's like, yeah, put him in the Milestone Orbs. So at least he's there. Yeah, I'm not liking this run. Not liking it. We're gonna start this one again. So I just need the RNG where the special doesn't hit Pyro. If I can get that RNG, I'm comfortable with the rest of the run. I just didn't like that it hit Pyro first, which put me in a bit of a rough position right off the bat. I do have a 6-star Symbiote Spider-Man, and he has 6 red stars, which is obviously very helpful. I also have a 6 red, 6-star Venom, and a 7-star Venom, 6 red, a 7-star, 6 red Carnage, all of them at tier 14, and like a 4-star Scream at tier 14. Yeah, I don't even know. I think 4 red stars too. Yeah, I got your message there, Weissam. I just, again, I said I'll take a look after the stream, which should be another 30 minutes, and then I'll take a look at it and at the messages at least, and see what we can do. Contemplating taking him to 7 with the rewards, but Bio isn't really holding an arena. I go from rank 10 to 60. Be 7 red. Okay, I'm going to be honest. My entire arena, the top like 30 teams are Black Order. The issue is just everyone has Black Order, and makes it a little hard for any particular Black Order to be the staying team, because everyone can beat it because they also have it. But there is no better option, if you know what I mean. So if I do this, that gets him guaranteed. If I do this, that's not going to hit him, right? I'm going to do this. I'm going to use the basic over on the right side a little bit so it doesn't hit Pyro. That should give me a little flexibility in the turn meter. So now I can go and hit Vulture with the special. Now, even if it hits Pyro, he shouldn't be going soon enough where it's going to be a big issue. Now I can use this ultimate because there's nothing for me to flip. This ultimate's going to be nice. I'm going to use the health steal until Doctor Doom comes out in the new arena meta. I'm thinking the Doctor Doom is going to be like Doctor Doom and Ultron team right now. That's what I'm thinking they're going to be going for, which of course will be insane, assuming they don't screw up the Doctor Doom kit. Because again, it's a kit on a character we haven't seen yet, so how much can I guarantee about it being good? I'm going to stun Pyro here. Now, Vulture gets that ability, that's fine. He isn't going to get the next one. I don't want to deal with Pyro stripping my buffs. That was a bit of the issue from the last run, so I'm going to use my basic right here. But yeah, I was just thinking, Doom is going to be a villain tech, but he also has Doom bots, so maybe it's not a great idea. I'm not sure. Don't really know how they're going to go for it, but there's a good chance that you're going to see a fair bit of that combination, especially off the beginning, because I don't think they're going to give him a full team with him, because that would be a little overpowered. Use this basic, goodbye Vulture, extra damage into Namor, perfect. See how much better this run is, guys? Yeah, sometimes a little restart can go a long way. Basic here. Yeah, let's get vulnerable back on Namor. Let's assassinate Pyro. Just continue doing some damage here. There's no... Is Ant-Man a hero controller? Ant-Man is a hero controller. So I should have been focusing him a little harder to get some barrier. But it's also Ant-Man, so I'm not really that concerned. Those ability blocks, I'm not a big fan of those. Thanos, you got your special, right? Thanos? You gonna take a turn anytime soon, bud? Alright, alright. Come here. Okay, we're gonna get through this taunt. Okay, I don't know what the reverse of ability block is. Is the anti... how do I have patience to do this several times? Because I'm talking to you guys. If I wasn't streaming, I wouldn't. Let's be honest. Another Namor. That's not fun. Can you use the ultimate here? Is the anti-venom milestone next week? I don't know. They said in the blog post there's going to be something coming up. I would assume next week. That would make the most sense to me, because it wouldn't be a great milestone if it was the week after. Yeah, I'm going to say next week, but I can't guarantee that. Which would also be weird, because it's going to be like She-Hulk unlocking for a lot of people at the same time of Anti-Venom unlocking. So it's a little weird, but it's what I'm thinking. Thank you, Ebony Maw, for that barrier. Yeah, the only reason I attacked Ant-Man there was just to get the barrier. Okay, there's also a Scarlet Witch, but just going to deal out a chunk of damage. Use my special here, which will offense down Namor's ult, which is a bit damaging in Dark Dimension 3. Oh, and now the lag is back. Great, great news. I love when it's lagging. Alright, let's get this basic right here. Deal some damage. Okay, okay. We're gonna need to get through Namor. Also, that Deadpool is probably gonna kill Ebony Maw. Not a great thing. Not a great thing. You know what? I can guarantee he won't kill Ebony Maw. But that Namor is probably gonna kill him all the same. Do I waste this? Is this a waste? You're going to use the advice I gave you for Simbi Spider-Man and spend 1.25 mil a day? Sounds good. To be fair, the milestone... There's an Emma Frost milestone coming like at the same time. I don't know how these milestones are going to look. Yeah, I'm confused. Let's just say that. I'm just confused, guys. Yeah, that's the end of Ebony Maw. Bit of a waste there. I shouldn't have used the ultimate there. Okay, let's just use the basic here. Get as much damage done as possible. Obviously, we're not going to finish this one today. Maybe tomorrow. We actually might finish this node tomorrow. That's the insanity of it all. And Scarlet Witch just being annoying there to end it off on that. Oh well. Oh well. So now we're going to go with my side team. Not going to revive my side team. I'm not going to revive my Black Order again. It's not really worth the resources to that degree. Call him when we get a chance. Okay. But I'm going to have to go like right at the time that I said. Because I need to get in touch with my dad. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take out Ebony Maw, take out Thanos, take out Corvus, put Black Bolt, Hela, Minerva, no particular order, to get those two, say goodbye, and hit play and see what we can do today. Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be Emma, She-Hulk, and Anti-Venom at the same week, like the same time. Because the She-Hulk Blitz starts in, what, 2 days? The first one. So that means it's going to be a next Thursday as well. And that's... The Emma milestone should be coming out soon because it was in this blog post. So it should be the end of this, after this World Warrior milestone ends. It should be then. So it should be Thursday too, I think, unless it's Friday. My dates, who knows. Then next week potentially being Waking Nightmare. So what I'm thinking is the Waking Nightmare is going to be kind of like the Cyclops and Ghost Rider milestones where it's based on Blitz and Arena and War participation and such. While the Emma Frost is going to be the gold spending one. Obviously, you're going to want to get as much Emma Frost shards as possible, too, because she's a very good character. So, I mean, she's my current 5th in my Ultimate 7 team. Alright. Ouch. Okay, we're going to Namor. Namor's... Oh, we're going to hit Strife because he's taunting. That's the main reason I'm going for Strife here. Yeah. Yep. I have no other reason why I would go for Strife at this point. Big punch, extra punch. Thank you. Ouch. Ouch. All right, let's go for Namor. Mind you, Strife is actually pretty deadly in this too, so that's understandable. Ouch. Big punch. And ready, and ouch. And that is why I'd say Black Bolt is the 6th most important bio character for Dark Dimension 3. Could even make an argument for 7th. I think. I should look at the bio characters before stating that outright. All right, let me take a look. Let me take a look at the bio characters before I give you that direct of a statement. Oh, cool. I have this. This would have been a good thing to do before we did this whole Dark Dimension run. Guys, I'm dumb. Yeah. Yep. I have no words I can't defend that. I would like to say there were a few people that were watching the stream when I bought that promotion, and no one said like, "Hey, yo, Paulo, you want to go promote your Proxima before you use her in Dark Dimension 3 for 40 minutes?" Oh, good. What was I doing? Because that kind of made me forget what I was doing. Bio. Okay. Alright. Taking a look here. The 5 most important characters for Tier 14 are going to be Symbi, Carnage, Scream, Anti-Venom, and Venom. The 5 symbiotes are clearly the top 5 bio. Then I guess after that wave, it literally gets into the debate of, oh, Yo-Yo is pretty good. We got some actually decent bio characters. Like you can make the arguments for Yo-Yo. You can say Electro or Swarm because of Sinister Six, but I wouldn't say they are that important. Winter Soldier hits hard, especially with that new Hydra team, but gonna say no on that. Yo-Yo, you can make arguments for Yo-Yo. You got big Captain Marvels are still annoying to this day. Miss Marvel, not really. Groot, not really. Invisible Woman, definitely not. But then it gets down to Cull versus Black Bolt. If you make it individual, of course Black Bolt is the better character. And it probably does better in Dark Dimension 3 if you bring them alone. But if you bring that full Black Order team, Cull is very useful. So I would say he's tied for 6. It's situational between him being 6th and 7th most important bio character to bring to Dark Dimension 3. As you saw, you put him there. On his own, he does nothing. Nothing at all. So, yeah, that's an issue. Huh. I'm still a little shocked of my own stupidity today. Okay, guys, let me take a look at what we have. Especially that one that you're not even going to attempt to spell. Well, there would be superior molecular scans. Syringes, you're not going to have an issue with syringes. Marrow extract, which would be referring to extraction of bone marrow, I'd suppose. Then there's isomers. I'm going to say marrow extract is the one you're having an issue with. But that's now farmable, so probably molecular scan? Perhaps? Who knows? Isomer? Could it be isomer? I don't know. What's the hardest to spell? They're all sciencey words, and I'm good at sciencey words because I do the sciences. Underselling being a med student, just a little. Okay, so let's take a look. What do we have rates-wise to do? The bottle looking one. Bottle looking one. I don't know what the bottle looking one is. What do they look like? Phosphate? No, that's not phosphate. It's... Don't know. We'll take a look. So I can do some gamma raid, which is not as exciting for a stream. I can also do that later. I can do some blitz, some arena battles. Arena, where am I in arena? I haven't done an arena battle in a couple days. Spoiler alert. I'm 32. Okay. I did one today, actually. That is true. I did it before the stream. Just to make sure it was all functioning a little bit. Okay. So I'm now curious. What on earth is the bottle looking thing? Is it a orange gear? Bottle looking thing. Bottle looking thing? That's a person. Bottle looking thing? Is it this? Are you referring to the marrow extract? Is this the bottle looking thing? Maybe? Guess we'll see. I am now determined to figure out whether or not this is actually the bottle looking thing. Could it be anything else? Purple. Oh, it's purple gear. Is this the bottle? Are we referring to this as a bottle? Like, could this be a bottle, but if it was purple? What is wrong with me? Because this is at least in purple gear. I can find it in purple gear because probably need it, actually. You need purple gear. Yeah, that one. Advanced phosphates. Yeah, advanced phosphates suck. I'll give you that. They suck. Oh gosh. So guys, do you want to do some of that stuff, or do you want me to live on the spot come up with a YouTube video and record it, as I do often? This one would be talking about ISO 8. What do you guys want? You want me to live record so you get to see exactly what my YouTube video will be, just on talking about ISO 8? Or do you want me to just carry on and just do some random gameplay? Up to you guys. Let me know, and I will do what you say. While I wait for answers, I will grab a quick drink over here, off camera. All right. No big deal. Yeah, the streams just naturally have delay most of the time in chat. Not a whole lot you can do about it. Let me see, how did I... Oh, I forgot to finish up my Ultron. I need to use some ions on Ultron while I wait. ISO chat would be great and helpful. Cool. All right, let me think. You know what they should add? This is not relevant to the video at all, but they should add sorting by ISO tier. No? Or ISO 8 class? Some sort of sorting by ISO would be cool. I like that thought, and they should do that. I could also just record a 10-second video saying, hey, let us sort our roster by ISO. But could add it to this. Let me think. What do I want to say? All right. Hello everyone, Paulo P13 here, and welcome to today's video. This video is being live recorded during a live stream. Live recorded during a live stream. Yep, that's what I meant to say. And we're talking a bit about ISO 8. I will actually acknowledge chat while recording this video because why not? Hey Roach, welcome to the stream. Long time no hear from, I guess. But yeah, that's what today's video is. So thoughts on ISO 8. First off, overall as a system, I'm really enjoying it. There are a couple of things that I think could be a little improved on, but that's not really what this is going to be. This is going to be a bit of guide and help. One improvement, I just literally said right before I started this rant about this little recording that I'm going to be doing here, is saying this. Let us sort our roster by ISO stuff, because like either ISO tier or ISO class, it would just make it a little easier to kind of sort through stuff, and I think that's a pretty good idea. We can sort through our roster with so many other things, just add a little ISO thing there. That is the thoughts on that. But important statement. The reason that I have not done any actual videos or guides to this point, or until now, on ISO 8 is this. I wanted to get a feeling for the mechanism in depth before giving you guys my finalized opinions. I wanted to see how everything worked, because some stuff that I thought day one, I disagree with now. I wanted to see how it felt, I wanted to see how other people were feeling, and I wanted everyone else to get a little familiarity with the concept. I was planning on doing just a basic introduction on this is how it works, but I would say there's other people that have done very thorough guides on this stuff already, and the actual in-game help for it was pretty easy. I know Boylon did a really good guide on just how to actually work, how it works and how to use it, so I'd recommend just going and searching that. It's not a big deal. Me making it would just be remaking other people's videos, and that didn't really need to do that. Also, I was going to make one on the campaign, but the campaign for me was way too easy to give any helpful input. Just put my best characters and put it on auto, and it was done. So what I'm talking about is the traits, how they work, and just some general advice. So I hope you guys enjoy this. First and foremost, if anyone tells you this following statement, they are not correct. The best ISO trait for insert character name is insert this class. That statement is not a guarantee. That can't be an accurate statement, because other than in rare situations, like a character like Killmonger has a pretty obvious one that you should be applying to him, every character can have various ISO classes that are very successful depending on what team you put them on and what other classes you pick for the other characters. For instance, if you listen to most people, you should put Striker on your Thanos. You should put Raider on your Thanos. I put Healer on mine, and my Black Order punches up usually quite a bit in Arena against other Black Orders, and I have no issues fighting other Black Orders anymore, because that healer, he also makes it a lot easier to do Dark Dimension 3. He makes it easier to do raids if you want to do it. So I went a different method than if you want to say what the best is. Well, for the team, what he's providing to the team, that healer class is actually quite good because of his health pool. So I would recommend, don't just listen to what the best is for each character. Look at the team as a whole and then make plans from there. I'd also like to say, one of the best pieces of advice, let's take a character like Shuri. Why Shuri? Because she doesn't have ISO on it right now, so she doesn't have a class. If I was wanting to apply ISO 8 to Shuri, here is the way that I would do it. First off, I would do all the crystals to tier 1. Tier 1 crystals for all of it. Make sure I can do that, and then I pick a class. Let me see, actually I'm going to see if I have a character that is just tier 1 ISO somewhere. Anybody chilling out at tier 1 ISO? It should be, I have some Avengers there, because I was using them for something and the slight ISO boosts helped. So wave 1 Avengers, let's go here. Black Widow, there we go. Apparently my Thor is, good to know. Get all these tier 1 crystals in there right now. And then, when it's tier 1, you pick a class. The reason I say this is because then, at this point, if I decide that this isn't working, you may not get the greatest benefit from the tier 1 class, but you can actually switch with literally 0 cost. Now my Black Widow is a fortifier, which has literally no use. I try that, I figure out, a tier 1 fortifier on Black Widow, that's not the play. Let me go back to this one. You can just switch it up for 100% free, which is very efficient for your roster and your resources, and it gives you a bit of experimentation. I would recommend doing this for all the characters that you have, so you have a bit of flexibility until you find something that works, and then when you like how it fits, then build it up more. That is a very big and important feature, because these ions While if you were listening to day one guides, the day one guides are saying these come in so fast, don't worry about it, it's not really a bottleneck. But you do spend them, like the price goes up a lot as you build these characters higher, and you want to be as efficient as possible with them as well. So there we go. Think in the terms of your team. First off, that is the first big piece of advice. Experiment in tier 1. That is the next piece. I would also recommend, third piece of advice, going tier by tier. Go all level 1, then all level 2, then all level 3. Do it at once. It makes it a lot easier for just keeping everything in your mind, because unlike gear, each of these pieces is held by something individual. So if you have this, you can guaranteed get it all. But it just really helps to keep it organized and make sure that you're getting as much out of your upgrades as possible, because if you do it all at once on the same character for one tier, you're guaranteed to be able to get a level upgrade, which is the most important part. These stat upgrades are nice and actually quite helpful, but the biggest features are going to be the class upgrades. So that is a huge part of my recommendation here. So you want to look at the full team, you want to test it out, you want to go level by level. Those are 3 of the most important features about this. But now, what teams do you really want to apply this to? Do you just go all your best characters? Like, for instance, I look at my roster, and as you're going to see, the top of my roster mostly has a lot of ISO 8 on there, but that's not for they're at the top of my roster, not because of the ISO 8, the point is they were the teams I wanted to do anyways. Do I just go, oh, Dark Phoenix is really heavy in use, so I'm going to do it there? Well, here's my thoughts on that. Phoenix as a character, for instance, her biggest value comes from Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix doesn't get any of the class benefits, so that is a bit of an issue. But the way I'm looking at it is, the number 1 team that you're going to want ISO 8 on is probably at this point going to be Black Order and Symbiotes. You can argue for either one there. Black Order just because they're such a big, important, and versatile team. And if you're in arena and you're fighting with the heavyweights, they're probably putting some ISO 8 in Black Order too, so you might fall down. But I think the first one I did, and the most important one for me, was the Symbiotes. The reason that I chose the Symbiotes also thrive in a lot of game modes. They're one of a very, very good team. They have a lot of great uses, but most of their uses are in PvE formats. So if you're putting the ISO 8 there, you're getting stable, consistent improvement. What do I mean by this? If I put my ISO 8 into the Symbiotes to improve them in raids, that raid isn't going to change and add ISO 8 back. If I add it into Black Order for Arena, the opponents are going to add ISO 8 there. If I do it for a War Offense team, well, those War Defenses are going to get ISO 8, and that kind of can counterbalance it, add a little more flexibility and variability. But if you go, no, I'm going to add this to my Symbiotes, and I'm going to destroy Ultima 7, you are going to get better, and Ultima 7 is going to become easier for you. You want to do this for Dark Dimension 3? Well, you're going to get better, and Dark Dimension 3 is going to be easier for you because that is a static difficulty versus a growing team. So it raises your cap and lowers the difficulty, essentially, whenever you add ISO 8 to a team in order to fight stable content. So I think that is a really good and important way to do it. Versatility, but in PvE teams first. But I would recommend your raid team first, then possibly your Dark Dimension teams, and your arena team after that. Just your random blitz teams, not so much. War teams, they come a little further down the line. Again, Tier 1 is not a very heavy cost, so you can do some Tier 1 experimenting on this and that. And I did do it on my Wave 1 Avengers for Avengertron, Ultra Avengers, whatever you want to call it. The Wave 1 Avengers and Ultron as the 5th, just because it did make a certain punch-up in War very, very easy in comparison, but I didn't really go heavy on any of the characters that I didn't want to. Like I put Tier 3 on Ultron, and Tier 1 on 3 characters, and Tier 3 on Captain America, just because my cap was a little weak and I thought I'd save some gear. So there is some use to that, but you're going to want to use it on the characters that are getting the most play for the most reasons possible, and you get a higher benefit when you're doing it against characters that, for instance, aren't going to be re-ISOing against you. So that is the huge part of the benefit, I would say. And that is the way that I did it. I did do it for my Marauders as well. I did a fair bit of ISO 8 there with the Marauders, but that's because I really liked that team, and I had a lot of them really built up anyways, and I'm getting value out of Emma Frost and Mr. Sinister and Strife, even like beyond that, not as much Strife, but Emma Frost and Mr. Sinister are going to be getting played outside of War Defense. But yeah, those are the big piece of advice I would look at. Just experiment, play around, think about it as a team-by-team basis, not a character-by-character basis in most situations. Think about how they will interact. Also, my last piece of advice I would say is think about timing. Timing can actually be really crucial. For instance, with my symbiotes, I have a bit of a weird combination. I haven't heard anyone else recommend this combination, but it has been the most successful in my experimentation because the timing just works out so incredibly well. If I put Skirmisher on Carnage and Scream at first, and then I put Strikers on Symbiote Spider-Man and Venom, the reason was I knew the turn order, so it would be Carnage would apply Vulnerable, Symbiote Spider-Man would be able to double attack into that. Then Scream would apply Vulnerable, and Venom would be able to double attack into that. And I will say Venom's ISO 8 bonus attack is actually a really good bonus attack to have because it flips buffs. So if you get extra variables with it, it's a very good thing. So dispels, flips, all those type of things, good reason to use a Striker. But at the same point, I did end up changing Scream from a Skirmisher to a Raider, but this is a bit of temporary, seeing how I like that as well. I'm not positive on which way I'm going to land, but that timing of just going the vulnerable counter extra attack, vulnerable extra attack is really nice. I also kind of do something like that with my Cull Obsidian, my Proxima Midnight, and Corvus Glaive, just the timing frame. It can actually really do a lot of help. But really just picture the view, your team, picture the role that you want to see your character have in that, and build it from there. It's going to take some theory crafting to really get the most out of this trait. And yes, there are some characters that probably have pretty obvious functions, such as Killmonger as a Raider. Raider just makes the most sense because he already has a crit chance. Give him an even higher crit chance and he gets a lot of good value out of every crit. But at the same point, there could be teams where it's not the best option. There's some interesting ways to play it. Like as you saw, I had Black Widow as a healer. It's a really weird idea, but it's exactly what I needed for that team. It worked incredibly well because she takes a lot of turns and she doesn't get hit a lot because she's in stealth a lot. So Hawkeye was just dying too fast, and now he gets a bunch of regen. So and it's only tier 1, so it didn't cost a lot of resources, but it actually turned that team from, I would say, able to punch, in the matchup I was doing, able to punch up reliably at about 85 to 90k, to able to punch up reliably at about 130 to 135k. That minor difference. So just really plan it out. Don't just listen to what everyone's saying the best is for each character, because there's more to it than that. Anyways, I do hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I'm here to help. Alrighty, guys. There was my thoughts on ISO 8 and just a little bit of guide information on how to really best take advantage of the system to your benefits and how to really think about it. I think a lot of people don't really understand the true fundamentals of how the mechanic works and why it's so important to your roster. And I think a lot of people are just misusing it. I didn't really say anything about the classes. I could have, something I would have probably liked to have said during that is actually learn the icons, because I don't know them off by heart. Let me think. That's Raider here. That's going to be Striker. That's going to be Skirmisher. That's going to be Healer. I have exactly one Fortifier, and that's Captain America. So that's Fortifier. Yeah, there you go. So learn those. That'll help. You're welcome. I do hope that was helpful. I think that was good information. That was pretty helpful. Anyways, guys, I do have to head out. I gotta get on the phone with my dad because he said call me when I can, and now would be that time. Thank you guys a lot. I will be back tomorrow at roughly the same time as today. Could be a little earlier. I'm still getting a feel for how I want my new schedule to look, and I will be doing daily streams to the best of my ability as long as I'm finishing up Dark Dimension 3, and then at that point we'll take a look at how we want to do things. But I will be back to the daily, just at a different time than you guys may be used to. Anyways, thank you guys a lot for coming by, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this was helpful. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, also, sorry about story time, just kind of ran out of time here. My bad. I will definitely have a story time for you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.